Well, welcome to number 3 video on this 1937 floor radio that I'm trying to restore. Have it out of the case and cleaned up the case with some light cleanser, which seems to do a really nice job. Really was just dirty. It wasn't greasy and it wasn't oxidized all that bad. You can see it's really cleaned up nice, as well as all the tubes. I wiped them off and put them in the tube tester. And you know this is an old radio when my 666 ICO tube tester, which was made about 1953, actually has an alternate list that has obsolete tubes, as opposed to the little roller that has all the information for your testing. It's kind of a first for me. I've never found one that obsolete, but well, of course it's always a first. Anyway, the radio itself looks really good. I've run into a bit of a quandary that I'm not sure what I'm going to do about. I'm hoping I find some additional information. As I said, when I was looking at this originally, the tuning was extremely, really tight, and wasn't really tuning at all with the little tuning knob. And you could see that the wooden knob has had a lot of stress on it. It's actually got a bit of a crack in it from just being used so much, and I think this thing has always been really tight. But anyway, I was working on this last night, and I thought I almost had it working again. Got freed up, and the mechanism, the gears seem to be grinding at this point, and I don't know why. I don't know whether the motor itself is seized up. But at any rate, it was a good experience. I really pulled the thing apart last night and got a good look at it. And I'm hoping that maybe I can get some divine intervention here from some of the forums. Maybe somebody can give me some insights. Anyway, I flip this radio over and take a look at the underside. I did replace the power cord, and you can see, I don't know, this had been replaced once in its life. Whoever did it basically just cut off the plug part and put on a slightly more modern line cord, which was extremely brittle. And I put this one on. Eventually I'll put a fuse in here and probably end up putting an inline fuse of some sort. There's plenty of holes to mount one to the chassis, and I think that would be a good thing. I did have the radio powered up on a variac with the current limiting and with the rectifier tube out of the loop, and then it seemed very good. All the filaments lit, so it was good. And then I put I did put the rectifier tube back in and powered it up, and I did not have the speaker hooked up, so I'm sure that it really wasn't powering the whole radio, since it looks like the transformer on the speaker is part of the power supply. And one item I did find that it's not on the schematic for this is I found a 40 microfarad electrolytic capacitor, just right down here in the bottom. It looks like a replacement. It wasn't on the schematic as such, and it makes sense that it's there because it looks like it's part of the power supply. But it looks like I mentioned that it looked like there was some tape in there, and it's been there a very long time. It really looks like a half-assed job to me, but it's the only one I really found that was that looks kind of funky in here. But definitely that's going to go. And I was looking over at the other the 6 microfarad dual capacitor over here, and I could see that that's I probably could just relocate that probably over to the side of the chassis here, put a terminal strip in, and relocate it because all these wires basically are on almost to the middle of the chassis and make a cleaner job. But everything else, it looks good. If I can get around this issue with the tuning, it would be really great. I'm hoping that if this can't get this motor to work, there'll be some way to just tune the radio without the push buttons. As you can see, I've tagged all those wires that go into here in anticipation that I may have to take this unit out to do something with it. I did have it out last night. It's just far enough that I could kind of get a look at the gears, try to see what actually is wrong, but really without being able to drop the thing out and look at it, it's kind of difficult. I'm trying to get some information about these motors. Never had to work on a motor quite like this. I'm not a mechanic, and I'm hoping that I might be able to get some additional information. According to the spec on this in the schematic, the motor is a lifetime lubrication, but I don't think they meant a lifetime to 2015 from 1937. I'm pretty sure that this probably could be taken apart and the motor cleaned and re-oiled. So that's the underside. Radio actually does look really good. I do see the issue that I'm having with the being a little crooked looking in the case. You can see there's this petrified piece of something. Looks like almost like a kind of insulation, but it keeps it's a standoff for the case. And I'm sure there was one here, but it's long since gone. And when you put it in the case, it does go in kind of cockeyed. Anyway, that's the update to this point. I will do another one of these if I can get this thing to go. Maybe I get a resolution on this. The next thing is to commit to buying some capacitors and recapping it and see if it actually flies. And you know, if I can't get it to tune at this point, at least we can get it speaking again. More later. Thanks for watching.